Welcome back to Wise Words with SJ, a show where we talk about wisdom. And today we're going to talk about single parents because I was a single parent. So the reason I bring it up is a few months ago, I was looking at TikTok. A lot of you people probably know already that I'm on TikTok. I have a large TikTok following. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. I saw this woman on there that said, "My husband left me. I have no money. I have a couple of kids. I don't know what I'm going to do." It really, really touched my heart because I was a single parent in a similar situation. So I reached out and did a TikTok about it because that was like just was a thing that really meant a lot to me. My mother basically, even though she was still married to my father, was a single parent because she took care of everything in the house. She worked 2 jobs. My father was a ne'er-do-well. Even though I love my father so much, he was a ne'er-do-well. Look it up. Anyway, so I thought about my life as a single parent, which I never intended to be. I was married, I was happy, we had a baby, and then I guess what happened basically was I got sober and he didn't. So our lives changed dramatically. I had a new way of life, which was going to meetings, taking care of my son, and working. And all of a sudden, he's like not home. He's not home a lot of the time. He met somebody at work, and so basically I became a single parent when my son was 4.5. Husband left me alone, and I had to learn how to take care of myself and my son. Luckily for me, I did have my family who helped out a lot. My dad moved in, and he was babysitting while I went to work. And I went to work again. And you know, like I said, I know how to work. In between my acting jobs, I had taken a job selling light bulbs over the phone. "Hello, this is Sandy, the lighting girl, the girl that lights up your life with light bulbs. Can I help you?" Yes, I was a customer service person, so I got that job again, arranged for my son to go to school. He went to preschool and then he went to elementary school, and he was very lucky that he got into some great schools, and that was the beginning of me taking care of him and me, and I knew how to do it. After I got my job, I didn't have a lot of furniture in the house because the husband had taken a lot of things with him. I went to Goodwill, got some old antique things, furniture, and moved everything into the apartment. And I worked a long hours every single day. Drive him to school, then I would go to work. After work, I would pick him up and take him home, teaching him how to read. I loved being a single parent, actually, because you know what? I didn't have to wait for him to come home, tell me what he wanted me to do, as typical me, as I hate being told what to do. And we lived a very different life, and it was really great, and I took care of him. I put him first before me. He was more important and is still more important than my needs were. He had everything he needed: clothing, food on the table, a mother that loved and took care of him. So I know it's tough to be a single parent. I know that because I've been through it. But you know what? You can rise above if you put your kids first. Get a job. It doesn't matter what the job is, as long as it brings in an income to you and for you. I see you, single parents. I know who you are because I was there. I sold light bulbs for a living on the phone, and guess what? Then I opened my own lighting company, industrial commercial lighting. Some of you probably bought lights from me, a lot of you in this town, in the restaurants, the churches, the schools, the synagogues bought lighting from Sandy, the lighting girl. I know you did. I remember you. I'm sure if I went back to say hello, you would remember me. And that lighting company went boom! Incredible. Wow, did I make a lot of money, and I began to take care of my son in the style that I wanted him to become accustomed to. That's right. I got him braces that I could afford to do that because he had teeth just like me. What we call it is the Mendelssohn teeth, the big ugly teeth. He got that, and I bought him a car and things. I want to tell you something. That really pushed me to go to work for him, not for me. I was okay for him. And you single parents, you put your kids first. You make sure they have food on the table, clothes on their back, and they're okay because you can do it. If I could do it, anybody could do it. I pulled myself up my bootstraps. I've been a pupper, a pauper, a pirate, a poet, a pawn, and a queen. I've been up and down and over and out, and I know one thing. You can do it, single man or single woman. So if your kids grow up and they don't want to be around you, it's okay. You knew that you took care of your kids to the best of your ability. You know what? I would do it again, all over again, the same way I did it before. His father, has gone on to remarry and have a couple of more kids, and I'm happy for him. We just weren't the right people for each other. I got sober, and he didn't. So I'd rather be sober and single than sober and not single. And so, wait a minute, let me think. I'd rather be sober and single than be not sober and married to the wrong person. So, I hope I've helped you all with my sobriety talk, my single parents talk. It ain't easy, honey, but you know what? You can do it. You can do it. I know you can. I'm talking to you right now, honey, because I know that you're probably wondering, what am I going to do? My husband or wife has left me and left me with the kids. What am I going to do? Am I going to have to sleep in the car? Maybe you will for a little while. But you know what? You'll get through it. There's so many programs now to help single parents that my mother, years ago, she didn't want to go on welfare. She was ashamed. So what if you go on welfare? So what? At least you're being helped. At least there's food on the table for your kids. Don't be ashamed if you need help from the government, because that is what the government is here for if you're single and a single parent with a bunch of kids. And I love you. I know that you can be strong and do it. You can do it for yourself and for your kids, and you will feel so much respect for yourself once you do it. I know I did. I felt great. Yes, my husband did give money to me once a month for my son. Let me tell you something. Honestly, it wasn't that much, but at least it helped out a little bit, so I was very grateful for that. It paid the rent when the rent was $750 a month for a townhouse. Isn't that amazing? I don't know what that place would cost now, probably $2,000 or $3,000, but it helped. The rest I could handle because I believed in myself. I believe in you. I believe in you. You can do it as a single parent. Don't give up. And if nobody told you they loved you today, this single mom, although I'm not single anymore, loves you because you are you. So on our next episode, we're going to be talking about marrying young. Ha, ha, ha. I've been married 3 times. First time young, second time not so young, third time old. I'll see you next time. I love ya. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And please email me at wisewords@jltv.tv and I'll answer all your questions, whether you like it or not.